My key responsibilities as president are to oversee my committee and oversee the team.
As president, I'm the main contact between all the other sub-societies, my own committee, the student body and department.
And then I just have to delegate different tasks to all the other committee members.
And make sure everyone else in the committee is doing their job.
The key responsibilities for treasurer, I think, is maintaining the influx and outflow of money of the club.
Since people buy stuff, use their own money, make sure they get their money back quickly.
Turning up every week to the committee meetings, filling in grant proposals.
Kind of all the admin, so making sure that all the rooms are booked, the speakers are booked.
Was putting on sort of original and traditional socials.
As well as organising the stereotypical raucous socials on a Wednesday, you kind of got to make a balance for the non-drinking and the drinking events.
And the key responsibilities of the social SAC are to organise sponsorship for your sports team.
I coordinate with the charities that we work with that help to put together asylum claims.
I think the main responsibilities of being club captain is to really get the enthusiasm up in your club amongst your committee and the members as well.
Organising training, organising competitions.
My responsibility to keep an eye on the email and the social media pages.
Promoting the club using social media and trying to promote it in the student union as well.
I think the most important quality is definitely the organisation, because I have to keep on top of all my emails and make sure that all my committee are doing what they're supposed to do and when.
The main one is definitely organisation. I have to be continuously organised and professional to make sure that I can be on top of things.
Also, you've got to make sure you have good communication with other members of the society, because you have to explain why we can't afford stuff.
You have to kind of be on the ball with when stuff has to be submitted.
Organised, definitely. A lot of teamwork and coordinating with the rest of the exec committee.
You have to be able to lead people, you have to be approachable but at the same time know how to deal with anyone that's causing any problems.
You need to have good time management skills, a firm grasp of how to manage people and how to bring those both together so that you know what everyone's doing.
Enthusiasm, passion, confidence, these are all like keywords that get thrown around, but if you need to be passionate about the society so that you can enthuse others about joining it.
First and foremost, that I need to be organised to make sure all the events work.
And you also have to be really friendly and approachable, because if they're scared of you, they won't want to come.
Everyone's got their commitments and stuff, so you've got to be aware of that, so quite flexible.
You also need to be quite creative. You need to be able to promote yourself in a unique way.
Enthusiastic about every training session, every game, every social. Just be the heart of the club.
This year our biggest challenge has been getting first years involved with our activities. So we've had to increase how much we approach them.
We've had slight discrepancies between people on the committee. I managed to overcome that, and it's actually made us stronger as a committee. I think one of the main challenges was being organised enough. So yeah, definitely advise getting a diary.
Communication sometimes dwindles. It's okay to pester your committee members.
One challenge we faced is all of our committee are in their 30s, so everyone's had quite a heavy workload. But we've overcome that because we don't pigeonhole our positions. Everyone has shared the responsibilities.
Common meeting times, but when everyone's free to meet, that was quite a big challenge. But I think everyone was just willing to compromise and be flexible.
Some committee members would go through loopholes to buy stuff for the society, so I had to make it very clear to committee members what the procedures were and how they actually broke them, and now we're all friends again.
I think the best tip I could think of is to think about what you need to do for the entire year and just plan out when it all needs to be done by.
If possible, keep in contact with the previous treasurer, because they would know what happened financially last year.
Just having the ability to prioritise.
I would say plan more than a month in advance for events.
The main bit of advice that I wish I knew was that it's okay if everything goes wrong.
Look at the details of what you need to do as soon as possible and just be as organised as possible.
You don't get the respect automatically, you have to earn it.
People turn up late to socials. That was a big one for me.
Definitely be more organised with your time.
think the best things I've learned from this are being able to communicate effectively between my committee members and between the Students' Union.
And what it's like to work as part of a group on a major project.
I've had to sort of sort myself out earlier on and not kind of leave stuff to the last minute, so that's really helped.
Talking to big groups of people is so much easier now. I did a presentation last week and found it so much easier.
I've gained good communication skills, not only through using social media but communicating with other committee members.
A lot of teamwork skills as well, being able to kind of work with each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Become a little bit better at actually approaching people.
I managed to get an internship this semester and I think that's really helped me get it because it's given me a lot of confidence, it's given me new skills.
I mean, the first one that comes to mind is probably the zero tolerance on any kind of harassment on a night out.
You need to make sure that everybody in the society is aware that this behaviour doesn't need to be accepted.
The biggest point is that everything needs to be researched carefully, policies need to be adhered to strictly.
As a social sec, you have to be aware of there's a risk assessment that you have to fill out.
I would say risk assessments are particularly important because they help you, they're really important in helping you plan your events and you can see prepare yourself for what could go wrong.
Mostly just making sure that you stick to all the deadlines because they're there for a reason.
Income and expenditure, there's a lot of stuff that you need to keep track of.
I think with the Be the Influence campaign that's running at the minute, I think that's especially important because at the end of the day we're all running around in our green and maroon hoodies, in our fancy dress, whatever, but everyone knows who we are, and if you get into trouble, the club's in trouble, funding's at stake, sponsorships at stake.
It seems like a lot of a challenge, but it's so worth it in the end.
It's not as easy as you'd think it would be.
There's a lot of responsibility at first, which is pretty daunting, but just like sit back, relax and enjoy it.
I think be open-minded to other people's opinions. You're not always going to get your own way on certain things.
And I think that's the best thing. You have the world to do what you want. You could do loads of quests. You could go to another city. The world's your oyster, really.
It's a very good experience. It has opened up doors and stuff, so it helped me my career basically.
You can talk all day about the responsibilities that they have and the extra workload that you get, but it's the best thing I've done at university.
Even though it can be very time consuming and very difficult, it's definitely worth it and you learn a lot and it's a lot of fun. So try to enjoy it and just relax.
I'm really excited to be taking up the role of activity officer next year. I'm most excited about having some real good inter-society ideas, so the idea you can get completely different societies sitting around a table, sharing ideas, potentially creating some events together. But most importantly, I'll always be sitting in the office, so any time of the day, just drop in and say hi and we'll talk about student groups.
Hello, hi, me again. So some of the stuff I'm going to be implementing next year, creating a forum, kind of like the student room. And what I'm going to do is just open the floor to queries, questions, any new ideas that anyone has. I want to make that communication between us, Team Leicester, and you as the people that play the sport a lot more fluent. I'm going to be starting my position from July onwards, so literally drop me an email. It's rrb7@le.ac.uk. I think I can say that. Yeah.
Hello everybody, my name is Lindsay. I am your Activities Development Coordinator here at the Students' Union. During term time, our student hub area, we always have that staff between 10 and 4, so there's always somebody there to come on in, help you out and answer any queries you might have. We also have the email address that we man, which is unionactivities@le.ac.uk. So do pop any emails to us, we'll get back to your inquiries as soon as we possibly can. Pretty much everything that I'm telling you now and everything that you're going to find, we've got an area on the Leicester Students' Union website which is called Run a Student Group, and that's under the Union Activities section. Ultimately, we hope you have a great time and we're here to support your group. We're here to make sure you can run your activities smoothly, to help you out and to have, all in all, a very successful 2016-2017.